I mean, we were bad though. We're throwing eggs in the hallway.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember just walking around campus and just smoking a cigarette at a certain point because I just didn't give a fuck. So I'll be right there. Don't eat yet. I wish I knew more of that growing up. I wish I had someone like us, like telling us like, hey, it's okay.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna make it, but we kind of had to figure that out on our own. So I had really, really tough times when I graduated from law school. Like what I have now, it's truly, truly a blessing. I wake up sometimes and I'm mesmerized by what I've accomplished. I'm not satisfied yet, but it's crazy to me because I know where I started from. Man, where should we start? Let's just talk about how we found this place. I think you introduced me to this place, so how did you find this place?
Well, we would just come down, to Little 5 Points, because back then we were in punk rock,
Yeah.
and this is where you had to come. This was back in the 90s.
What's interesting is though, I had a childhood friend that I grew up with. We lost touch, but he got accepted into Emory University. So he came to visit Atlanta, Georgia, and I was his tour guide. And so I drove him around and I took him to the Emory University campus. And when I got there, it was really weird. I've never liked school before, but it was such a beautiful campus. I saw these people like working hard and grinding. And even my own friend, I was like, wow, he worked really hard, to get accepted into this school. And this like sense of like, I don't know if it was jealousy, envy, maybe it was a little bit of all of that, but I kind of wanted that for myself. I was like, wow, this is like where the smart kids go to school. But like I said, I wasn't the best student. Not in terms of like getting good grades, just being in school was hard for me. I skipped school at North Gwinnett. I had 41 absences my junior year. That's like a record, I believe. And like the following year, they made a rule that if you have more than 10 absences, you can't graduate. And I came out of regular school, and I actually enrolled in Phoenix High School, which is like an alternative school, like a night school. It's actually, I think, specifically made for like teenagers who got pregnant, gangbangers, kids like that. That's who I found myself graduating with. And I actually wasn't even going to go to college. My mom actually applied to Georgia State for me on my behalf. I went to Georgia State. My first 2 semesters, my grades were 10 W's. I had 5 W's my first semester, 5 W's my second semester. Is that why you went to ISS? No.
I don't know. I think probably we used to skip. We used to smoke cigarettes.
Every administrator hated us, except one.
Yeah.
Mr. Ziegler.
Well, I think he didn't necessarily like us, but I think he was entertained by our antics,
Yeah.
At least we kept life interesting for him.
We did. Because we were like good students in terms of like our grades.
Yeah.
We just weren't
rule
abiding.
Yeah. I mean, not everyone fits into that.
I mean, we were bad though. We're throwing eggs in the hallway.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember just walking around campus and just smoking a cigarette at a certain point because I just didn't give a fuck. And my mother was so sad during that time. I was a terrible older brother. Like I remember stealing like $20 from my little sister's wallet to go buy weed, that she had saved up. She's just a little kid. Like just doing stupid shit like that. But when he came to visit me, something kind of changed. That envy, that jealousy, it started like building this kind of ambition inside of me. It's like, man, I grew up with this kid. If he can do it, then why the fuck can't I do that shit? He's no different than me. I know him really well. I'm just as smart as he is. So I couldn't like think of a reason why if I wanted to be at that school, then I should be at that school. I felt a lot of pressure from like wanting to take care of my family because my dad had passed away, and I could see my mom struggling hard.
Yeah.
I could see like, man, this is not a good environment for my sister to grow up in. Like I'm not being a good role model. Yeah. And then also, obviously, selfish reasons. If you don't do it for yourself first, it doesn't matter who else you're trying to do it for, you're not going to do it right.
You were always ambitious. You always wanted to do something big.
I always wanted to do something big, and what I was doing was like just wasting time. Not wasting time, I hate to say that, but I wasn't doing anything big.
It was like fall, spring, summer. Like I loaded up on my classes. I made straight A's in everything. Eventually enrolled at Emory, and I got to graduate with an English degree from Emory. And to be honest, I thought I was going to go get my master's in fine arts and study poetry. But I met my wife. She was going to go to med school. I wanted to be with her, and I knew that if I was going to go get my master's in fine arts, that probably wasn't going to make a lot of money. But that was okay, and that's still okay. You know, it doesn't have to be about money. It should be about doing what you want to do. But my goals quickly changed. It wasn't about doing what I wanted to do. I wanted to have a family, and I wanted to be married to this woman. So I convinced her, hey, instead of you going to med school, me going to get my master's in fine arts, why don't we go to law school?
But we have to talk about the firm.
Yeah.
So I started my practice, you graduated, you
Yeah.
started working for somebody.
Yeah.
I was like, don't fucking do that shit. That's the first thing I told you,
Well, I was a
man.
public defender originally, remember?
Yeah, publicly. I was like, don't do that shit. I was like, I know you. We've had so many jobs together. You can't do it. Not you can't do it. It's not
shouldn't.
for you.
Yeah.
You shouldn't do it. It's like, start your prayer. You're like, no, I can't.
I don't know, that part of me is forever indebted to you. I mean, and it's not just about money.
No,
you
it's
know?
not.
It's about a quality of life, like you were talking about at the beginning, that you provide for your family, for your children, for your wife. Watching you and talking to you, that's really what you modeled your life after, and that's how you became successful, because what you're doing took an incredible amount of risk.
Yeah.
You know? And you had no idea you're going to end up financially successful. If I was just by myself, I don't know. And maybe for you, it's just how stubborn you were at the time. You know? But for me, there's a lot of fear involved. And so I needed that. I needed to have someone like you that was in my ears, like, don't worry, go for it.
How does one manage their fear?
I mean, I don't think you can tell them anything to get rid of the fear. I guess you can just meet them with a bigger fear. If you don't do it, you know, you're going to be stuck with where you're at for the rest of your life.
I'm really proud of us, man. Like, think about, like, class of 99, North Gwinnett. Like, where the fuck are they at? I'm never gonna let people walk over me. I'm never gonna let people talk shit to me. Cause I'm still the same in my core, like to this day.
Yeah.
I'm punk rock till I die.
What I learned about life and success is never give up. If you believe in yourself, you can make it happen. When I look at myself, I think, why not? I've done everything else that seemed impossible.